everyone, my name is Stephanie and welcome to my channel. Today I brought over this little bookcase that I had in my room in college and then just kind of stored in my basement when I moved back home. But now that I'm in my new apartment, I need a place for my books. And so I'm on the lookout for like a bigger bookcase that, you know, will match with my decor and stuff. But for now I figured I would bring this one over and I'm just gonna put some books on it today for you all. Yeah, I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do this, if I'm gonna do like my kids' books. For those of you who don't know, I teach preschool, so I have a lot of children's books. So I might put some of those on here. I might do some of my YA and adult books. We'll kind of see. But I figured I would do a little time lapse for you of me putting some books on.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely...
So most of my books are on a bookshelf in my bedroom. And then I still have a lot of books in boxes back home. So I'm just trying to like figure out what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna make the majority of this children's books, but like the books that I'm not going to bring into my classroom right away, like I have, you know, lots of like board books and stuff that are more appropriate for my students. And so these I think I'm gonna keep in one of these boxes so I can bring them to school. And then some of these that like my kids are not ready for, that are like a little bit more advanced, like word-wise, or like this one is signed, so like this one's, you know, very special to me and stuff like that. So I think those I'm gonna keep on this bookshelf for now. Yeah, so I guess here we go. I'll also tell you, I think I'm gonna put an audiobook on. Let's see. Ba-ba-ba-da-da.
Silencio! Silencio! The raven
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Battery died, so hopefully this will work better now.
No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn
Feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized.
Look at this classic Judy Blume. This is from 1974. Love a good Judy Blume.
Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight.
Okay. So I think this is all I'm gonna put on here for now. I do have some more books, but I think that this is good for now. Once I get like a big bookcase, then I'll put all of them. But like I said, I have, you know, stuff still kind of in boxes that I have to go through, and I don't really want to like pull all that out. So I think I'm good for now. And I guess I'll kind of go through and show you what I have on here. Some of these I've read, most of these I have not. So while this is not like an official TBR shelf, a lot of these are unread, so they're on my TBR. And then up top I've kept kind of some of my kids' books, some of the more special ones that I don't want to put in my classroom quite yet. So I guess I'll kind of go through those and tell you kind of what I have. I'm going to just kind of tidy up these shelves real quick and then I'll show you. So I have this box. This is going to be stuff to go in my classroom. So these are more of my board books. And then a couple books that are a little bit more advanced, but something that I can do as a read aloud with a small group or as a class. If you are interested in more children's book stuff, I will leave some links down below where you can find more of my videos about that, and then also my videos about teaching in general. And this is a pile of stuff that I don't want to bring into my classroom that are like, you know, for a little bit older kids, because I have some books for, you know, like up through like 3rd grade kind of stuff, because I wasn't sure what grade I was going to end up in. So these are some of my older books that I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with yet. They'll probably go into storage for now. And then we'll bring it over here to the shelf that I just set up. So I put some of my bigger kid but not quite YA stuff. So this is more like middle grade or like upper elementary. So I have hold on. This one's gonna go in there. There we go. So I have El Defo, which is a graphic novel. I actually was looking at a bingo board of March book prompts, and one of them was to read a book with a deaf character, so I might read this one this month. But so it's a graphic novel about a bunny who's deaf. And I actually got this one from my library because, you know, whenever they're like getting rid of books, they like put them out on a shelf for people to take for free. So I got this book. So I'm pretty excited about it. So I have that one. I have one of the books in the Ever After High series. This is book 2. I don't own any of the other books, but I saw this one and it was originally like $6, but then on sale for like $3 or something like that, so I bought it. Yeah. So this is a cute one. And like I said, I don't have the other books in the series, but I decided to grab it just in case. And then Wonder, which I love. Highly recommend reading this book. The movie was good too, but I like the book a whole lot better. There are a couple other books that like go along with it too, so I definitely want to get a copy of those. But this is such a good book. And then we get into more of my picture booky type things. So these are all in order by author's last name. That's how I chose to order them all. Same for the rest of these books. For now it works. We'll see, maybe once I get a bigger bookshelf I'll do by like color or like genre or something. I don't really know, but for me, I think personally it works best to have them in order by author's last name. So my first book is Why Mosquitoes Buzz in People's Ears. I guess I'll just kind of go through, say the names of these. If there's anything special about them, I'll mention that too. So our first book is Why Mosquitoes Buzz in People's Ears. Then I have The Magic Rabbit. Today I feel silly and other moods that make my day. This one could be more classroom book later on, but where my kids are at right now, we're not quite there yet. And this is just a book that I really love, so I want to keep it on my shelf with me. Hello, my name is Octocorn. Such a sweet book. I love it so much. I did a really cute activity when I was student teaching with my second graders. All about like what makes us unique and special and stuff, and it's really cute. So highly recommend this book. Lucy and Lila is my next book. This one I got from BookCon last year. I'll also leave a link where you can see which of these books I got from BookCon, because I did get quite a few of them from there. But this is one of them. Thank You Bear, also a very cute book. I have The Monster Who Lost His Mane, which is really sweet. This one I think I would like to read to my kids, but I'd have to, you know, really simplify it a lot because they're 3, and, you know, it's kind of a hard concept for them. But it's such a good book. I have This Little Trailblazer, a girl power primer. This one I really like because it talks about specific women who were trailblazers and, you know, fought for the things they believed in. And, you know, it talks about specific people like Ada Lovelace. And yeah, really cool. She was one of the first computer programmers, so that's pretty cool. Then I have Goldalicious, which is from the Pinkalicious series. I have Anansi and the Moss-Covered Rock. Ricky, the Rock That Couldn't Roll. This one is signed by the author, and I got it at BookCon. The Girl Who Thought in Pictures, the story of Dr. Temple Grandin. Amazing book. I love it so much. I'm thinking of doing a video on my teacher channel more about this book and some of the activities that I've done with it with my second grade students. Red, Yellow, Blue. This one is also signed and from BookCon. Mama Look, also from BookCon. Where on Earth is My Bagel? Festival of Colors. Not Quite Narwhal. Such a sweet book I actually got from one of my best friends from childhood that she got for me when I graduated from college and was going to become a teacher. Chunky and the O-Beast. This one is also signed and I got it from BookCon. Guts. This is just a chapter sampler that I got from BookCon. The Gay BCs. This is an ARC that I got from BookCon and it is signed by the author. A Chair for My Mother. What Do You Do with an Idea? And then Boo Boo, which I also got from BookCon and is signed. Okay, so I guess now we'll get into more of my YA and adult books. A few of these are like teacher books, and some of them are YA, some of them are adult, some are some new adult. Most of these I have not read, but some of them I have. So I'll kind of go through and tell you about them. Winter Girls by Laurie Halls Anderson. This is a signed copy, and I met her, and it was the most amazing day of my life. Alex Approximately by Jen Bennett. Recently hauled in my last book haul video. This book is definitely not in order, so let me fix that. The Chaos of Standing Still by Jessica Brody. The Essential 55 by Ron Clark. Alex and Eliza, A Love Story by Melissa De La Cruz. Something Missing by Matthew Dix. Memoirs of an Imaginary Friend by Matthew Dix, which is my favorite book of all time. I actually, the author is like a friend of a friend, and he's also a teacher, and this friend of a friend, mentioned that I loved his books and stuff, and he wrote me a little note back saying, thanks for reading my books, I heard that you liked them, that was so sweet, whatever. So I was, fangirling quite a bit, but I love this book. It is amazing. The audiobook is also really good. I'll recommend that if you're into audiobooks. Originally, I read it with my eyes, but then I listened to the audiobook, earlier this year, actually. I listened to it, and it's so good. So, highly recommend. Labors of an Epic Punk by Mark and Sherry Durzin. This book is actually written by a teacher that I had in high school, and I love him so much, so I went out and I got the book right away. And it's really good. This is similar to like a Percy Jackson kind of thing, but it's so good. I love it. An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. Looking for Alaska by John Green. Screen Queens by Lori Goldstein. I won this in a contest, and I am so excited to read it. It came with like a couple cute stickers and stuff, and it sounds like such a good book, so I'm so pumped for this one. I Believe in a Thing Called Love by Maureen Gu. The Love That Split the World by Emily Henry. The Name of the Star, Shades of London by Maureen Johnson. This is book 1 in a series. Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. This is also the first in a series, and the third book just recently came out. A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. This is also the first in a series, and the sequel recently came out. The Forbidden Wish by Jessica Corey. 5 Feet Apart by Rachel Lippincott with Mickey Daughtry and Tobias Iaconis. The Hearts We Sold by Emily Lloyd-Jones. We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. Coin Heist by Eliza Ludwig. The Gallery by Laura Marks Fitzgerald. So now we're on to this bottom shelf here, so I'll bring you down a bit. One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. From Twinkle with Love by Sandhya Menon. The Bookshop of Yesterdays by Amy Meyerson. Good Morning, Good Night, Lil Pep Talks for Me and You by Lin-Manuel Miranda. The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. The Crowns of Croswald by D.E. Knight. This one I won on Instagram, and it sounds so cool, and I'm so excited for it. The Test by Sylvain Neuvel. Autism in Heels, The Untold Story of a Female Life on the Spectrum by Jennifer Cook O'Toole. Because a lot of the students that I work with have autism, that's something that I'm very interested in, and there's not a lot of research out there about women and girls with autism, so I was so excited when I saw this book, and when I saw that it was on sale. That was even more exciting. So I'm really excited to read this one, and get some more insight into what it means for women who have autism. The Sacred Lies of Minnow Bly by Stephanie Oakes. Want by Cindy Pon. Nemesis by Brendan Reichs. All American Boys by Jason Reynolds and Brendan Kiley. The Opposite of Always by Justin A. Reynolds. Crown of Coral and Pearl by Mara Rutherford. A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. Little Do We Know by Tamara Ireland Stone. Why Are All the Black Kids Sitting Together in the Cafeteria and Other Conversations About Race by Beverly Daniel Tatum, Ph.D. Actually, I've been meaning to read this book for a while, and then in one of Emma from Emma Books videos this year, she talked about how this is on her reading list for school, and I got really excited because this is a book that I've been meaning to read forever, and I'm super excited about. It's Not Supposed to Be This Way, Finding Unexpected Strength When Disappointments Leave You Shattered by Liza TerKeurst. This book made me cry just reading the introduction page. Such a good book. You can see I've got some tabs in here. But oh, so good. If You Come Softly by Jacqueline Woodson. Girls with Sharp Sticks by Suzanne Young. This is the first book in a series. It was so popular last year. I ended up reading it in January of this year, 2020, and it was the first 5-star book that I read this year, and definitely my favorite book of the year. I doubt anything's gonna pass it. Like, I loved this book so much. And then the last book currently on my shelves is The Girls at 17 Swan Street. So I guess that is about it for now. These are the books that are on my shelf currently. I will leave some links down below where you can find where I talk about these books more in depth, like in my book hauls, or where I talk about books I got from BookCon, that sort of thing. I go into a little bit more detail about what these books are about. So I'll leave links for you down below as well as in the cards above. And yeah, feel free to check those out. If you are interested in any of these books, let me know. Maybe we'll do a little buddy read. That might, help me to actually get through all of the books on these shelves. But yeah, I'm super excited, and I will see you later. I'll leave, like I said, links to these books, but I'll also leave some links to where you can find me on Instagram, where I post more regularly about the books that I'm reading, and like my blog and stuff like that too, if you're interested. So yeah, feel free to like the video and subscribe if you're interested. Use the links down below for more information, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!